Vacation loading on our way to El Salvador from New York for Memorial Weekend. Come join us and see what we get into.
A little bit of conversation, a little bit of relaxation. Across the sea, city to city, come par with me. Tell me when you're ready, ready to leave. With my cruising family, across the skies and sea. Come and par with me, yeah. What you waiting for? Just step out that door and explore. Are you ready to par with me and this cruising family? My cruising family.
Checking in with Avianca.
Okay, that's it.
Thank you.
We're gonna go to A7.
Before going to gate A7, we're going to the Centurion Lounge where we can have a nice breakfast and sit more comfortably than the general waiting area. Here we are chatting it up. Let us know in the comments, have you taken a vacation or couples trip before? And if you have children, did you leave them to take your couples trip? Because, well, without leaving them, it's not really a couples trip now, is it? Where would you like your next vacation or couples trip to be? This is just a glimpse at the spread here in the Centurion Lounge. Let's just say I'm a fan. This is a mango ginger tea, two of my favorite flavors in the world. Our flight that was scheduled to depart at 6:55 a.m. is delayed until 8:20 a.m. So not a huge delay, not a tiny delay, but we'll see how this goes. Frog in my throat, because we got up real early thinking we still had a 6:55 flight. Anywho, we are in the American Express Centurion Lounge for the first time. This is my first year being an American Express Platinum card holder, and so with that comes lounge access. And you are allowed to bring a guest, but you have to pay for a guest unless you have met the spending criteria to bring a guest in for free, which I believe is $75,000. I have not spent $75,000. So I came in on my card membership. There's a small, I guess small is relative, but a fee for a guest, which would be Alan in this case. And I think it's worth it. The peace and quiet of the lounge, the calm, the comfort, the food. We probably wouldn't have spent $50 on food in the airport, to be fair, but the cost to come in the lounge is $50, but it's, I guess, more than the food. There's also a bar that opens at 8 a.m. It's not yet 8 a.m. Don't know if we'll be in the lounge still at 8 a.m. But yeah, it's nice. Now to our gate to get on our flight. Real quick before we get on the plane, we actually flew Avianca before, just the two of us. It was another vacation. Look, these straps are annoying me with this dress. Anyway, this dress is wide neck, my straps all showing. Anyway, it was another vacation. It was our anniversary trip in 2018. We flew Avianca to Colombia and connected onto Curacao, and it was great.
Beautiful plane.
You can go watch the YouTube video. It's up. It's just, we weren't really vlogging. We were like putting together little clips and slideshows and photos. On that Avianca flight, we were fed. This was all economy, by the way. Good leg room. We were fed. We watched movies.
Yeah. On that flight, I remember being impressed with the plane in itself, the service, everything was top notch. We had an incredible time. The food was great. We had wonderful movies.
We watched Taken. I think we watched probably
Yes.
2 Takens.
Yeah.
Taken and Taken 2.
It was a pretty long flight too.
Yeah, to first we stopped in Bogota and then we connected from Bogota to Curacao.
Yeah. But it was an incredible experience. We're looking forward to this experience to see if we can compare the difference between the two.
Avianca's totally different. Now they have different levels of seats within economy for you to purchase. When we booked back then, it was just an economy flight on Avianca. Now, we didn't purchase the very basic. We purchased one step up from that, which allowed us one checked bag. It allowed us to pick our seats, I believe. And he's in 15. One of us is in 15E and one is in 15K, which is on our boarding pass. And now I'm like, did I pick those? Because it doesn't even seem like it's next to each other. So we'll see. But basically, since the, you know what, the vapors, as our friends from Team Reese like to say, since the vapors, Avianca has changed and has been more basic. I don't think we're gonna be fed on this flight. And I also don't think we'll have access to movies on this flight, at least not for free, not included in our ticket. Today's flight from New York JFK to San Salvador, El Salvador is less than 5 hours. It's 4 hours and change. We'll see if we make it, you know, a little before, a little after, I don't know. We'll see. We're almost on board. There's a 3 and 3 configuration on this Avianca jet. When we flew Avianca years ago, there was, I can't remember if it was 333, but there were definitely 3 rows, not 2. 343, yeah, definitely more room on that one. Much bigger jet, but it's all good. We also had screens back then to watch shows. I told y'all that they were getting screens today. This is what the legroom looks like. Remember, I am 5'11". There's some room between my knee and the seat in front of me. I didn't push the bag under the seat just yet, but I will.
It's a good legroom.
There's Alan's seats. He has some legroom. He's making it seem like his knees are closer because he's trying to say he's taller than me, but he's not. We're about the same height. Anyway, yeah, there is legroom, and I'm stretched out. My legs are stretched out. So, see? Let's take a look at this menu. As you can see, there's a price for pretty much everything here in Avianca Economy, even a bottle of water. Blankets are for purchase, cup of noodles are for purchase. That's all, folks. So cool to see Kenya Airways. That's one of the airlines we were looking at when we were planning our South Africa trip for earlier this year. Although we didn't fly them, we hope to do so sometime in the future. Takeoff is one of my favorite parts of flying. At cruising altitude, Avianca does offer a meal and beverage service in economy, but as you saw from the menu, all available items are for purchase. We are not purchasing food or drink on this flight. After a bit of flying, this tiny armrest gets mucho uncomfortable. Also note, there's no option to recline these general economy seats aboard this Avianca flight. No button, no recline. Lord help me. One thing with these Avianca seats, the arms do not have recline buttons. These seats in regular economy do not recline. There's one step up from economy that's plus, and then there's another step up that's premium. The seats look very similar, but I'm guessing those have recline. They definitely have that headrest that we don't have. But these seats here in regular Avianca economy do not recline.
conectados con el cinturón de seguridad abrochado. Necesite, antes de irse, lleven todos sus objetos personales. Se puede utilizar sus celulares. Ha sido un placer tenerles a bordo. Esperamos ver. Buenos días.
Buenos días. At the time of our trip, we paid $12 per person for a tourist card required upon entry to El Salvador. Be sure to check what's required before you travel, not only to El Salvador, but to anywhere in the world. Thank you, Enrique. Enrique is the driver from Garten, our hotel in El Zonte, El Salvador. He gave us cold water, thank you, Jesus, because it's hot here. This reminds me of Jamaica. Vendors on the street corner. Welcome to our home here in El Salvador, Garten El Zonte. Oh no, Alan just closed himself out the room. Okay. Anywho, come into the room and immediately to the left is a closet with robes, a safe, shelving, drawers and a hairdryer. Lots of space for the two of us. There's a scale, nobody wants that on vacation. And a laundry bag, 75 cents per piece if we send anything out to get laundered. Of course, you know I'm leaving that stuff for after, right? There I am in the mirror. Here is our bathroom, look at this. It's like, it's outdoor, but it's not. Oh, this is so, I don't know what the word is, because it's not just about being modern or cute. Let me see. So there are lights here, even though it's semi-outdoor. It's just really amazing. Here's the shower. Literally, we just got here, so we haven't been in here, haven't seen what the toiletries are, but clearly there are toiletries. Conditioner, shampoo, body wash. And you see it's a rain shower head, rainfall shower head. So yes, when we came in, I wouldn't say we were greeted with this view because the curtains were drawn, but when we pulled the curtains, baby. And this, isn't this perfect for vacation? Look at the bed. Here, there is a mini bar. The water on top is included. Anything else does come at an additional cost. The tea here is also included. All right, that's our luggage not included with this room. Here's the living room area. And you see what I see, right? Do you see what I see? Look at this. Look at this. This is a dream come true, guys. Oh, it was open. It was open all along. Now this is definitely an outdoor tub. And it is hot out here. Anyway, we have some stuff to do today. We just got here, so we're gonna run, but we wanted to show you around. We are heading to Picnic Steakhouse here in El Salvador. Come on with us and let's get this day started.
Let's get it in.
Yes, this is actually the same day we landed, by the way. So, yeah. But anyway, we're gonna go get the day started again in El Salvador. Quick stop at El Boquerón. started erupting in June all the way to November. Wow. We made it. Oh. Hear my panting? That's me panting. It was a long way up, but there's the crater at El Boquerón. El Boquerón. There's the crater. Wow. Standing darn near in a volcano. All right. Part of why I'm panting like this is there's a lot of walking. Some may say hiking because you're walking up inclines, and where there aren't steps going up and down, there's lots of natural terrain to walk up, down, or across. Added to that is my speed. I generally walk fast, and in this case, because we have a particular plan for Picnic Steakhouse and we're not there yet and are actually behind schedule, I'm hurrying as best I can while also taking in the beauty of El Boquerón because it truly is beautiful here. Well, now on to Picnic Steakhouse. We're here at the Picnic Steakhouse. At this point, we're about an hour behind schedule for what we had planned for today at the Picnic Steakhouse, and I'm hoping that the photographer and videographer I hired to meet us here hasn't left. My phone has been without Wi-Fi service since leaving the hotel, but I know the tour company and photographer have been in touch, so I'm hoping for the best and heading over to where I think we may find our photographer and videographer. As we entered Picnic Steakhouse, we paid $5 each to have access to this particular area and the activity you're about to see. Watch your head. And we have to complete a waiver, and still no sign of our photographer and videographer, but we're doing it. Yep. The Rainbow Slide, El Salvador. Next, it's Alan's turn, but no one to record him, hence why I wanted a photographer and videographer. Now time to walk back up together. The Rainbow Slide is done, conquered. How you feel, Mr. Daniel?
I'm good.
Are you sure?
That was exciting.
It was good, guys. We have a story about this slide and the plan for today, but I'm catching my breath right now and ducking under bushes to walk back up to the top. We'll tell you the story back at the hotel. We are now back in the car on our way from the Rainbow Slide at Picnic Steakhouse into the city, San Salvador, and there's lots of traffic. After a long drive, we've made it to the sites in the city we wanted to see. Palacio Nacional over there and Bibliothèque Nationale over here. We are walking through and appreciating the spaciousness and beauty of this National Library China-aided El Salvadoran building. It's open around the clock, yes, all the time. Who's in his element? Who's in his element? You looking for you? And yes, this is still a library. Our tour guide told us that the children have to actually read a book before they get to play, which is genius. Our AJ loved Pokemon when he was younger. Still does, I believe. Yeah, AJ is into manga. For those of you who don't know, manga are the books that are associated with anime. China and El Salvador created this bibliothèque. You want us to take a picture here, Al? Huh? Yeah. Let's get a picture. The Palacio Nacional. Our tour guide let us know that they are preparing for the inauguration of the president. We are hungry and ready to eat pupusas, El Salvador's national dish. So I'm in El Salvador, and being la Jamaiquina that I am, the Jamaican that I am, I have to try the drink called Jamaica, Jamaica. It tastes like their rendition of sorrel. It's like a watered down version. For those Jamaicans who know, it's like a watered down version of sorrel. We make this in Jamaica. Yeah. We make this. Let's watch Alan prepare his pupusas. He's adding a pepper sauce after having added the cabbage slaw that is a major part of the national dish. See the big tub of cabbage slaw in the middle of the table? Yes, my picky self is actually about to eat that. But in this case, Alan goes first. El Salvadorians eat this with their hands, but honestly, I'm liking Alan's idea of using a knife and fork here, even though I'm about to dip into the communal cabbage, but knife and fork, here we go. That's why they eat it with their hands,
Let's go.
Parque de la Libertad. Ah, Libertad. La Iglesia Rosario. I must say San Salvador is quite bright at night. Reminds me a little bit of New York. Clearly it's not New York, but the lights are lighting. It's now time to leave La Plaza Libertad, San Salvador, and head to our hotel, Garten El Zonte. We are back at Garten El Zonte, El Salvador, our wonderful hotel for this very quick trip to El Salvador. And I mean very quick trip. I don't think we've told you how quick this trip is, but we have a lot that we want to pack in, a lot that we did pack in. Hopefully you've seen, not sure how I will edit this vlog, because we were also very much intentionally in the moments. And so the recording didn't go the way I would generally be recording and rolling like on a cruise and things like that. But hopefully I got enough to share with you what we did today, and hopefully you enjoyed seeing little bits and pieces of El Salvador. I feel like it's really just bits and pieces that we saw. It wasn't a whole lot of in-depth stuff, but we did get to eat pupusas. Pupusas was on my list, top of my list. It's El Salvador's national dish, and it was yummy, and we had 2 different types and all that stuff. But there's much more of a debrief to do. We're not gonna do that on this closeout because we are tired. We do promise to come back tomorrow and talk through more of what we've seen, heard, and experienced here in El Salvador so far. And tomorrow we will have experienced a little bit more. The plan was to enjoy this hotel tomorrow. Of everything for this trip, this hotel is the most expensive part, and still, I mean, at a good price considering, but it's the most expensive part, and we want to make the most of it and enjoy it. And this is just a downtime getaway for both of us to connect more. We need this. You see these bags under my eyes? A lot of it is from lack of sleep. Some of it is just from the world. We need this. We need this, right? I mean, look, we stress each other out sometimes. Let's be real. Anyway, but we do want to close this vlog out and thank you for coming along with us to the Picnic Steakhouse, to El Boquerón, to all the sites that I have been able to edit into this vlog in the city, because we did a city tour today. I did promise when we were walking back up from the Rainbow Slide at the Picnic Steakhouse that we had a story about today's Rainbow Slide plan that I would share with you, but I couldn't share with you at the time because we were huffing and puffing to get back up that hill. But the story, I'll try to make it as concise as possible. I hired a photographer and videographer to get some footage and photos of us at the Rainbow Slide. He was there on time and actually waited for us the entire scheduled time, and we did not get there until after. And that was on us, and that was not intentional. I'll explain. Our flight was delayed, as you would have seen if you saw that part of our content, whether it's in this vlog or the prior one. I'm not sure if I'll have this broken up into 1 or 2 vlogs yet, but we did have a delayed flight from New York to El Salvador today. And because of the delay, I contacted the taxi company that I had booked for the tour for today. And the taxi company, in our contact, once I got to El Salvador, called me and let me know that they had actually talked to the photographer already, and they got it. So I figured that the details of what was going on with the tour, any time changes, was also communicated to the photographer. I didn't contact the photographer myself, and I honestly feel that's where I went wrong, because it was something I intended to do. But once I heard the taxi company was in contact, I just left it alone, because to be honest, the cell service is not the greatest, especially out where we're staying.
That's true.
But in the city center, I don't know if you realized it, in the city we had cell service. But where the Rainbow Slide is, at the Picnic Steakhouse, and here at Garten in El Zonte, the service is not great. And so I had Wi-Fi here at the hotel to be in touch with the taxi company, and then once we clarified that he spoke to the photographer and that the driver would be here or was was close, we just hurried up to get out to the car. And if you remember when we were leaving the hotel and I said where we were going, I did say the Picnic Steakhouse, because that was my understanding. But then when we went to El Boquerón first, I was like, look, these guys are talking. So I didn't intercept. I didn't ask any questions.
Yeah, we left it alone.
We left it alone. But, we missed the photographer and videographer. So that was the disappointment. But the good thing is he has offered to do the photo video for us tomorrow. We wanted to just stay at the hotel tomorrow, and we will for the most part. But those photos and videos weren't free, and I want them. Even if they were free, I want them, but they're not free either. And he's a great videographer, videographer, not photo video guy. I'm delirious and sleepy, y'all, but he's a great photographer and videographer from the work I've seen. And so I'm looking forward to working with him tomorrow and to bringing you that experience. And seeing more of Picnic Steakhouse. Yes. Because I think we just did the Rainbow Slide. And Rainbow
Slide was fun, y'all.
It was really fun. But then when we realized that the whole photo video thing was messed up, I think our spirits took a little...
Yeah, it really did.
...downturn. And so we didn't even really explore the rest of the Picnic Steakhouse. So tomorrow, that'll be on the agenda. And you'll come along, hopefully.
We'll definitely get it in, though.
Yes, and see what else we get into, because it's not just that. All right, we have more planned for this very quick trip to El Salvador, but jam-packed. And we hope that you come along for the ride. Come along with us today. We are here at Garten El Zonte, El Salvador, on a vacation, kind of vacay long weekend. Come along with us and see what we get into today, and for some ideas of how you can spend a weekend in El Salvador with your honey. Let's go. Not the most romantic start to the day, but we're not making stuff up for you guys. This is the real. We're in the hotel transport to the pharmacy. Usually I pack every possible thing we could need during a trip, but this morning, let's just say a woman's cycle can be unpredictable with perimenopause. So pack all your items all the time, just all the time. I'm including this because it's important for you to know that the closest pharmacy is more than 20 minutes away from our hotel. Yes, that's a bunch of people standing in the back of a truck in front of us. Comment below if you've ever seen or done anything like this.
I used to do that when I was growing up in Barbados. And I was going anywhere, we just jump on the back of somebody's truck.
The ride seemed quicker than expected, maybe 45 minutes total, including grabbing my items from the pharmacy. And we are back at Garten. Never gets old walking in here. And this is what it looks like with all the curtains pulled. And it's so beautiful. Alright, it's time for breakfast. We're gonna head out and take you with us. You know the deal. Feel free to pause this video, take a look at the menu, and comment below to let us know what you would have if you were here with us at Garten El Zonte for breakfast. Fresh.
Strong. More booze than orange in there.
Alan said there's more booze than orange in there.
This
is some fresh squeezed orange juice with some kind of booze.
This thing is strong. I gotta save the rest for breakfast.
Yeah, we haven't eaten anything yet. Maybe I should slow down on that. Our breakfast is here. We both got avocado toast with scrambled eggs, and I got a side of bacon, neat bacon. So that was actually the only meat we saw.
That's the only meat that's on the menu.
Yeah, on the menu for breakfast. All right, time to dig in. Alan already started digging in.
It's a hearty breakfast.
I forgot to say no tomato. Imagine this being your view for breakfast on your vacation, your Bay long weekend, your Bay anything. This atmosphere, yeah, highly recommend. Did we mention that these are yummy?
Very yummy.
Forget sipping a mimosa, okay? These are chug worthy. These are so good.
And it's all over.
Coffee time. You don't come to El Salvador and not have coffee. Let's go.
Alright.
We just got our coffee and I'm here asking Alan if we should put sugar first or if he wants to try it without the sugar. I'm gonna try it without the sugar first. So let's see. The only coffee I can drink without sugar comfortably and it's delicious is Jamaican Blue Mountain coffee. So you know, we're in a battle of coffees now because I'm Jamaican. We in El Salvador, so you know these taste buds could tell you when the coffee's good. So let's see. I think this is an Americano though, to be honest, from the menu.
Oh my dear Lord.
I can't drink that. Oh no.
Azúcar, please. Por favor.
Oh no.
Azúcar. I too will prefer this with sugar. Let's say Jamaican Blue Mountain coffee is still the only coffee I will drink without sugar. Remember when we were at Wendy's wedding? Or well, the day after Wendy's wedding when we were at, what was that, Sandals in the Grove. And they brought us the Blue Mountain coffee.
Yes.
That was the day of the wedding. That was early that morning.
Early in the morning, yes.
I had it without the sugar. Did you have it without the sugar?
I can't remember.
Because
It tasted different without.
I was gonna say though, if you were able to have Jamaican Blue Mountain without the sugar, that's real. Because you always want sugar.
I can't remember. That was
2019. It's been a minute. That ain't that long. It's 5 years.
a lot happened in 5 years.
Yeah, a lot happened in 5 years for real. Those 5 years in particular. But imagine if a lot happened in 5 years, babe. And we're approaching 15 right now of marriage.
A lot happened in 15. A lot is still happening in 15.
Oh, Jesus, help us, Lord. You're the only reason we still here, God. He's right, he's not lying.
Oh, that tastes so much better.
Oh, it tastes good?
I put in cream in mine too, so.
Okay. Cream. Here we go.
When it says cream, it's not the Wu-Tang Clan cream. Cashews, everything around me. It's regular cream, okay?
Welcome to my life, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh. Oh, the wind just blew the cream on me. Guess I needed some cream, huh?
You creamy, huh?
Black coffee, no sugar, no cream, okay? You saying that again?
Heavy D. The late heavy D.
It's so funny, the reason I said I literally was, when I was scrolling this morning, I think on Facebook, I actually saw like a tribute to Heavy D. With a picture of him young and a picture of him how we remember him. This is much better with milk. Much better with milk. Literally sitting here looking at waves out there, that could be the death of me, okay? They tell you these beaches in El Salvador are not meant for swimming. This is actually near Surf City, near El Tunco. This is El Zonte, and these waves are no joke. No joke.
Same thing they tell you in Barbados. Do not swim on the East Coast. The East Coast is not for swimming, it's for surfing. Those waves over there are rough and big and strong. You get dragged out in a minute.
Remember with me when I was pregnant with AJ?
Yes, when you
we went for our anniversary with my big belly.
And the wave knocked you over?
Oh, I was literally just standing there near the shore and everything, and that wave knocked me over.
The wave knocked you over.
Near the shore.
And then we moved on and took you to Miami Beach.
Yeah, but there were no waves there.
That's why I took you to Miami Beach, because it's nice and calm.
Yeah. Yes, y'all, there's a Miami Beach in Barbados. Don't ask me, but there's a Miami Beach in Barbados. Woo! It's hot. Let's go take this quick walk on the beach, but it's hot. And black sand is hot. Hotter than hot, okay? These waves are no joke, okay? Oh, well, yes, we recommend El Salvador for a nice couples retreat, couple getaway, vacation, long weekend trip with your boo. If you're into beach vacations, unless you're a surfer, this is not it, because you're not going to be swimming. And you likely won't be lounging on the beach either, because it is a black sand beach. This is El Salvador. This is why parts of El Salvador are known as Surf City. I mean, the sound of the ocean is always calming to me and inviting, but to think of a beach to go in the water and swim or even sit at the shore, this ain't it. Because the water, like you just said, Al, before I started recording, the water came up to where we were right after we walked away. Oh geez, look how big these waves are. I don't think I've ever seen waves this big actually. Like on a beach. Wow. Lifeguard just blew his whistle to tell folks to get out of the water because there were a bunch of folks in there right over there. Look at those waves coming in. It's getting rougher out here. Woo! Back to our room we go.
It's hot out here.
Mad hot. Woo. Try not to wet your pants, babe.
It's fine. I don't see how you can wet my pants.
and water splashes. Alright. Wash the shoe. Wash the foot. Wash the shoe. Wash the foot. Okay.
Getting cleaned up, we are now heading to the Picnic Steakhouse.
One thing I could tell you, traffic in El Salvador rivals any major city in the United States. Give yourself time to get to where you're going. There is definitely the potential for traffic. 2 days and we've seen it. Traffic opens up and flows, just like in New York, right? Where you always say out, you see the bottleneck.
The fake traffic jam?
Yeah, we have a lot of fake traffic jams in New York, y'all. All of a sudden, it then opens up and it's flowing. Yesterday, we were super disappointed because we missed our photo video appointment at the Picnic Steakhouse, but thank God for Luis Aguilar, also known as Luchos Plazas, our amazing photographer and videographer, who was able to reschedule us for today. We doing this again, babe?
Yes, we are.
Comment below if you think this rainbow slide do-over was worth the wait. We definitely think so. After all that love, one thing we do not love about the Picnic Steakhouse is that there are lots of stray dogs roaming around. The Picnic Steakhouse operates a restaurant, so folks are there not only for the rainbow slide, but also to eat. So having dogs roaming around is not enticing me to eat here. We just wrapped up a fabulous video and photo shoot with Luchos Plazas. It was great. It really was great. I mean, it was great. How was your photo shoot, your video shoot?
I actually enjoyed it. It really was quite entertaining because Luis, he was very interactive. He knew what he was doing. He knew what he wanted done, and he delivered.
As we're on our way back from our photo shoot, let me take you to this side of the penthouse that you didn't see. This is right outside, guys, so this is like essentially our yard for the time that we're staying here at Garden Elizonte, El Salvador. Look Look at this view. I mean, I know you saw the view from our room, which is just as nice, but it's cool to have this space out here. It's like, I don't know. Look at this. This is right outside the penthouse. Here's our penthouse. Yeah, the door's heavy, so I had to push that a couple times. What time is it? It's time for lunch. What show says that again, Al?
I can't remember.
You guys know what to do if you've been around here for some time. Go ahead and pause this video if you need to. Take a look, tell us what you would get if you were here with us at Garden El Zonte, El Salvador. Saw our view for breakfast this morning. This is our view for lunch here at Garden El Zonte.
Ok, berarti ya para eso.
Thank you. Gracias.
It's really done.
I can taste the passion fruit.
Getting in some quick footage for shorts and things. Switch. I'm leaving the other one.
Oh, that's good.
That's good.
I like that. I should try that later. Oh, that's good.
You get that one when I get my margarita one, but you know I love a mojito. And that's the passion fruit mojito.
Okay.
Thank you.
¿Todo bien? Everything is okay? How are you food?
Sí,
Okay, enjoy your
excelente.
meal.
We're going to go home for the 21st time together. In Jesus' name.
In Jesus' name.
Amen.
So good.
So good. This is so fresh. This tastes so fresh.
This is the moment he's been waiting for the whole trip. The whole trip. You gonna take a nap?
I'm just gonna rest here for a little while.
Here's a sneak peek at the most relaxing part of our day so far. The penthouse, to us, is worth it for this. And just like that, it's nighttime and we are waiting for our dinner. We just ordered our dinner. It may be about an hour wait because we came like right at the tail end of dinner. The last order in the kitchen on weekends goes in at 9 p.m. and we got here like between 8:30 and 9. So we'll be here for a little bit. We just quickly switched tables because Alan spotted lizards on the ceiling by our table and I don't do lizards. That's the table we were at. We were there for lunch and it was fine. And probably could have still been fine for dinner, but don't show me a lizard if you think I'm gonna stay still. Yes, I grew up in Jamaica and there are lizards there. Where do you think I get the I don't like lizards from? Yes, I didn't like them there either. See, that's where we usually come into the hotel. When we're driving in, you just drive through those gates. Come right up there and then we walk in. And from there, here we are in the restaurant. From where we're sitting here in the restaurant, we can see the steps that lead up to room 5, which is our room, the penthouse. Very good. The staff here are so sweet. They brought us bread with a sauce for dipping. I don't know what kind of sauce it is. I don't know if we're gonna eat it because we're really looking forward to our dinner, but that was really nice. They brought it to thank us for waiting because we've been waiting for a bit for dinner, but guess what? This dinner is so good. When we read it on the menu, Alan spotted it. We had to have it. Ooh, thank you!
No, Mama, I'm going to bring a spoon.
Thank you.
Wow. I don't know where to start now. We give you worship, we give you praise, we give you honor and glory. Thank you for your grace and mercy and your peace. In Jesus' name.
In Jesus' name, amen. I guess the rice is underneath it? So good.
Oh yeah.
The rice underneath it though? What's the stuff we ordered with it? With the avocado or something. Right? At this point, it's just good. We also got rice to go with, well, what's left of my seafood dish. This is a huge meal, okay? We also just got a plate of avocado and vegetables. Thank you for rocking with us today, family. We are about to go to sleep. We're already in the bed. We are super tired and have an early morning because our biggest, well, not really biggest part of the trip, but a big part of the trip is planned for tomorrow. So we gotta be up early. We leave this hotel at 4 a.m. I don't know what time it is right now, but we need some sleep. Thank you for rocking with us, as I said before. One thing I wanted to mention because we're in the bed is that these pillows are super hard and this bed, it's nice and firm. I like a firm bed. If you don't, you won't like this bed. We do have feedback from today. I know yesterday I said that we had feedback and that would come, you know, at another time, but the days just keep going and getting packed with other things. So we will sit to give you our feedback, whether it's here, whether it's in the car, whether it's where we're going tomorrow, or whether it's when we get back to New York. You will get this feedback. Right now, just come along with us for the ride. Greetings from San Salvador. We are at the International Airport here in El Salvador, about to leave to head back to New York. But no, we are not starting the day in the airport. We're actually wrapping up the day. So let's rewind and share with you what we did today. Come on, let's go. We woke up at about 3 a.m. and got on the road at a little after 4 a.m. from Garten, our hotel in El Zonte, El Salvador. We are in the car with Jose, who has been our tour guide in El Salvador for the most part, but today he is driving us across the border to Guatemala and back. Can we do a day visit to Guatemala and back to El Salvador in time for our flight tonight? Well, let's see. The drive to the location we want to get to is estimated to be about 4.5 to 5 hours long. It is required to go through immigration before leaving El Salvador. We're in Guatemala. Of course, we have to go through immigration on the Guatemala side as well, and then we'll continue to drive through. Our drive into Guatemala starts out along the countryside, and we see some cute little tuk-tuks along the way. From here in the countryside, we've started to get glimpses of the city. I've turned the camera on to capture another glimpse if we get one. It's pretty spectacular in person to see peaks of the city through the trees and hills of the countryside. We are now driving through the city on our way to Antigua. As we enter historic Antigua, we're now driving on cobblestone streets, so Jose is taking it slowly to be safe, and we're going to sit back and enjoy this ride to our primary destination in Guatemala today, which we will share with you shortly. Hobbitenango, we are here! Well, this is the base of Hobbitenango. We have to walk up some steps, then a bit of an incline to get to the ticket booth, then more steps to get on the truck ride up the hill. More on that to come. After a truck ride, that took my breath away. We are here. And this is what we came here for. Look at this. This is gorgeous. We'd heard about Hobbitenango and seen many pictures of the famous troll hand overlooking Guatemala, so when planning our visit to El Salvador and knowing how close we would be to this location, we contacted David at Taxi Express eTours to find out if he could provide transportation for us between El Salvador and Guatemala, and he immediately responded with a yes. So here we are. We also hired Diana Alvarado to capture these moments. What do you say? Worth the drive to Guatemala for this? There's mini golf behind us, but for us, along with the troll hand here at Hobbitenango, another location we want to experience isn't the mini golf course or the swings. We basically want to explore the little hobbit houses. Of course we want pictures there. So now to find a hobbit house that isn't crowded. On our way down from the hobbit houses, and this made me smile.
You look beautiful.
Gracias, thank you. That was so sweet. I know people at Hobbitenango probably think we just got married or engaged since we're in all white, but in reality, this year we celebrate 19 years since we met, 18 years since we've been together, and 15 years married, and counting, still walking together through it all. We've gotten a taste of Hobbitenango, and if we want to get something to eat and catch our flight tonight, we've now got to make our way back down the hill and back to El Salvador. We are now on the truck back down the hill, and this right here is calm compared to the actual ride. It's the few seconds that I could grab the phone to capture anything, because the rest of the time I was holding on for dear life. Whew, we got down the hill safely, thank God, and we are now driving through the cobblestone streets of Antigua again, where we will stop for an authentic Guatemalan meal. Abetanango, we are now at El Comalote. It is highly recommended by Diana, our photographer. Yes, see, that's the Jamaica drink again, or Jamaica drink, like what we had on our first night in El Salvador. Gracias.
¿Deseas picante?
Ah, sí. We're having pepian, a delicious chicken stew with rice and avocado. Mucho calientes. This is gorgeous. Nice backdrop for a Sunday brunch. On our way back to the car to head back to El Salvador. Of course, there's an immigration stop along the way. Buenas tardes. In addition to speaking with the woman at the border, we also had to go into the border control building to present our documents and be allowed back into El Salvador. Speaking Spanish is essential here. Thankful Jose is with us because my Spanish is basic. We've been driving from before the sun came up today, and we're still driving after the sun has gone down. We're back at Garton to pick up our suitcases and to catch our flight back to New York. Garton, our hotel in El Salvador, provided our transportation back to the airport. Our flight leaves from gate 17. We're heading to gate 19 to the Priority Pass Lounge. So that's what we did today, and now we're about to board our flight back home. We do have a lot of debriefing to do on our stay here in El Salvador, as well as today's day trip to Guatemala, as you saw. I mean, I don't know if you have any initial thoughts you want to say, how your time was overall?
It was a long day, but it was a good day.
Oh, that's today. So yes, today you saw it. You just saw it. Good day, but overall time here.
It was a good time.
It was a good time. Y'all know me, I'm very detailed. So there's a lot that I'd like to break down, a lot that I'd like to debrief. So let's get into it. Okay, never mind the wonky lashes. Yeah, I just need to stick with the right lash lady in Brooklyn and stop going to this lash lady in Queens, but that's besides the point. Anyway, so to get into a quick overview of feedback from El Salvador, and from our very quick trip, to be fair, I'll start off with that. Don't do what we did. We came from Memorial Day weekend. We spent 2 days, technically 3 full days, but if you look at it, May 24th to May 26th is 2 days. And we got in a lot for that time, but of course it didn't give us time to truly indulge and, you know, immerse ourselves into the culture here in El Salvador. And then we added Guatemala on top of it. You can make a full vacation in one of these places, and we did both of these places in 2 to 3 days. So, and I say 2 to 3 because we arrived early on the 24th, so technically you could say we had the 24th, 25th, and 26th, and now it's nighttime here in El Salvador. So don't do 2 to 3 days if you don't have to, but if you want to and follow these steps, you can. It's possible. So one thing we wanted to show you is it's feasible. We know that PTO is something that not everybody has a whole lot of, and yeah, it's feasible to do a long weekend here and to hit both places or just one, whichever you prefer. Now, I'm not saying don't come here, I'm saying come, but give yourself time because there's a lot to do. We did, as you saw, we did the rainbow slide. As you saw, we did the crater visit to the El Bocaron crater. We did Picnic Steakhouse is where the rainbow slide is. We also did a city tour of La Libertad. So, you know, there are things to do, and those were some, I would say, very calm, laid back, easy to, you know, get in sorts of things on the itinerary. There are other things though. There's El Tunco, there's Naui Beach House. Those things, when I was researching this trip, like darn near everybody said that they did those. And we didn't get around to that because we also wanted to relax. So basically in El Salvador, what we can see and what we've experienced is the ability to be up and as active as you would like and to relax if you would like. And that's the kind of vacation we like. As you know, we love cruising, and we did not do a cruise this time, but I think that's something that is typical of a cruise. You can make it as exciting and active as you'd like, and you can also make it as relaxing as you'd like. And so we wanted to really relax on this one. I'm not sure how much I hit that out the ballpark though, because I'm actually quite exhausted, I think, because today in Guatemala was such a long day. And so to get to that, you can do both countries in one visit, whether it's 3 days or whether it's a longer time. If we did it in 2 to 3 days, you definitely can do it with a longer visit. Hit El Salvador and Guatemala. We do recommend that. The roads, obviously, because we had to drive there. The drive was about 4 to 5 hours. It wasn't fully 5 hours, but it was a little bit more than 4. And that one way, of course. So multiply that by 2 for your round trip. And the roads are excellent here. I told Alan, I said, these roads are better than New York, okay? So great roads. And I would have to say, I guess that's great infrastructure for the countries. In Guatemala, of course, there's Antigua, and in Antigua there are cobblestone roads, so that's the bumpiest we had. And of course, going up the hill for Hobbitenango, but that's like a special attraction that's made that way up the hill. But generally where the cars are driving, the roads are well paved, well maintained. One thing I have to say here is this experience was eye-opening and self-reflective in that we live in the United States of America, where people often talk about migrants this, migrants that. People are coming in looking for opportunity. We're just visiting for a couple days here in El Salvador, yet at the same time it's humbling because I pride myself in loving cultures and languages. I did not officially study Spanish. I studied French and Italian in high school and in college, but from Italian and from many friends who speak Spanish fluently at that, I pick up on Spanish a lot, and I understand much more Spanish than I speak or than I'm confident speaking. And so I found myself like a deer in headlights when certain things were being said and asked. Even though I understood it, I was trying to filter through the files in my mind to find a response and just didn't answer. And I thought about the migrants in the United States, and that, you know, they may even understand what we're saying. Some may not. But just the feeling of, you know, but I still belong here, I still want to be here, and I can still contribute, and just that language barrier. So with all that said, I encourage you, implore you, if you would like to visit El Salvador, Guatemala, and to be honest, even if you don't want to visit these specific countries, but you want to go to a Spanish-speaking country or another country that speaks another language other than English, learn the other language. I mean, you don't have to be fluent, but learn it. Be conversational. Right now, honestly, I feel like I need to go home and brush up on the languages that I did learn, and definitely brush up on Spanish. Yeah, I'm a little disappointed in myself with the lack of speaking back, but I'm also proud for the Spanish that I did speak and for the responses that I did give when I gave them. So there's that. As a Jamaican, I set a high bar for hospitality, and I have to say that El Salvador and Guatemala do come off as newer in the hospitality and tourism industry, but they're doing a good job. If you want to come somewhere to be pampered, lay on a beach, now, usually when you think of lay on a beach, I think most people think of like yellow sand, like regular sand beach, not black sand beach. Both Guatemala and El Salvador are volcanic countries, and so the beaches are black sand beaches. It's not your typical beach, so if you want a regular typical beach vacation, this is not that, and your research will quickly show you that. If you want to just lounge, whether it be on the beach or in a room, you have to really vet your hotels. Where we stayed, Garden, I do definitely recommend Garden El Zonte in El Salvador. Garden is the name of the hotel. It's in El Zonte. I recommend it. I would caution you, it is far from darn near everything. So to get out to El Boquerón, to get out to the Picnic Steakhouse, to get out to even the airport, it's like a good hour plus to get to places. But if you want a vacation or a secluded, you know, retreat to just relax, then hey, it's your thing. Do it. Yeah, so those are quick, you know, what's on my mind from this trip before we run to get this plane, because they're about to start boarding.
Well, I wholeheartedly agree with what she said, but however, it's been a long day. I'm very tired, so I'm not thinking straight right now. So I can't really give a definitive answer on how I feel about the trip. I did have an incredible trip though. It was an incredible trip, it was an incredible time. Saw a lot, experienced a lot. Like my wife said, we are about culture. I love to see how other cultures live. So I was impressed with the culture, the people. Even though I didn't understand the language, I was impressed with the people.
He needs to make an effort to learn the languages before we go places, because you know I'm going places, and all the places I got left to go likely speak other languages.
Yes, I also need to make an effort to learn the languages before I go, but it was an incredible time. Short, but worth it. That's my 2 cents for right now.
Let us know in the comments if you have any questions, if this has been helpful, you know, whatever it is, you know, we'll answer. And I will look to do a YouTube live if you want it. You can drop that in the comments. So if you don't want it, I'm not going to do it, okay? But if you want a YouTube live to go through Q&A from this trip, go on ahead and let us know that in the comments too. On our way to our gate. We're on our way to our gate. It's about that time to go home. Here's a quick look at the Priority Pass Lounge downstairs. We ate upstairs though.
We didn't stop boarding yet.
Oh, we didn't start boarding yet? Maybe we can go grab some food for this flight, because you know Avianca is not feeding us. We know Avianca's not feeding us, so we're about to go grab something that we'll have to eat on board, maybe, if the lines aren't long, and come back to the gate. We went to the Priority Pass Lounge, ate as you saw, chit-chatted with you for a little bit. Came back down and Wendy's was closing up, guys, so look, we're not gonna get Wendy's or whatever. We got some water and like some Ritz crackers. That should tide us over till we get to New York, because we're gonna sleep because it's almost midnight. Well, it's almost 11 o'clock, all right? So we'll see you on board. There's our plane. Let's go, Avianca. We are on board Avianca again, now heading from El Salvador back home to New York City. Join us for this flight from our flight from New York to El Salvador. The plane is the same layout. We waited to get on board before making that statement, just in case, but it's the same layout. All right? Remember, I'm 5'11". And I can stretch my legs fully under the seat. There's some room here. This seat does not recline. Oh, but the armrest does go up and down. So see, there's the armrest. There's nothing on it to recline. There's nothing for an entertainment system because there is no entertainment system. No reclining seat. No reclining seat. And that's okay. This is the classic ticket level. When we flew Avianca in 2018, there were no ticket levels. Now there are ticket levels. So we have the classic ticket, and this seat has no reclining. There's no entertainment. However, it gets the job done, and we got safely from New York to El Salvador, and prayerfully, we'll get safely from El Salvador back to New York. United! We just flew them in March! I love when God drops little things like that to say, hey girl, I'm right there with you. And just like that, we're landing in New York. Thank God for safe travels. Safe and happy travels to you as well. Thanks for watching.
A little bit of conversation, a little bit of relaxation. Across the sea, city to city, come by with me. Tell me when you're ready, ready to leave. With my cruising family, across the skies and sea. Come and par with me, yeah. What you waiting for? Just step out that door.